Oh yeah, the Macho Man here, telling you to subscribe today to Adam Mentality World so you can be the cream of the crop, just like me and Miss Elizabeth.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Adam Mentality World. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to like this video, comment below, and subscribe. I do appreciate it greatly. Well, this video, we're going to compare these two belts. We got the old school, the first generation NXT Championship, and we got the newest NXT Championship until they change it to a third version. So we're going to compare old with the new and see which one we like the most. Alright, so of course we're going to start with the old one. This one, of course, the main plate. We got the big giant X right here. We got the little N and the little T. This thing is so reflective, it looks like it's got texture of my roof, because this is basically a mirror. So this is super shiny. You can see everything. Hi, it's me. There we go. There's the NXT, the old school one, the first generation. And then you go up here, got the same small N, big X, little T. It's also very reflective, like I said, but they put all these little crosshatch right here so it doesn't reflect as much. It's got a little bit of detail, or a lot more detail than this belt, granted. But I'm not a big fan of these little hexagons right here, just randomly just floating around in the four corners. But let's see, we'll go look at it from left to right. So the old one, you got this big giant fat strap right here, which I'm not a big fan of, to be honest with you. The tag team titles, they had that going on. A couple other belts, I think the North American titles like that. It's got the buttons go all the way down to the end. You go all the way out to the main plate. And you got these three little small side plates that say WWE. But on the new one, it's got this, starts off thick, and then it gets thinner, and it narrows down, it gets super thin, and it wraps around. I like the way this looks. Everybody's different. Some people might like the fat version right here, but I'm not really a big fan of that. It's just a lot of extra leather. It doesn't look as cool, and it's hard to snap on because you're snapping here and there. When they're closer, it's easier to snap on. This one's got this little floral design, which the other one does not. It's got this nice detail right here. It looks kind of like, I would just imagine, like, it looks kind of like a dragon skin, if you're asking me, like scales and stuff. Pretty cool. This one's got the XXX right here. This one does too, but as you see, these are very flat, just like the main plate. There's no detail to it. And this one has some texture to it. Once again, like, this is a baby dragon. And it's got the cool little shell embossing on the edges right there, which looks nice. This one only has one side plate as opposed to three side plates, but this one is a bigger side plate, and this comes off so you can make it for whoever, Velveteen Dream or Adam Cole. Once again, the main plate right here, there's a lot more going on right here, a lot of detail. You got, like I said, these little weird little circles on the four corners, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you got the WWE logo up here, and it's the NXT, and got all this going on right here. It looks very futuristic. It says NXT Champion. It looks like they were going to have that maybe for a nameplate right there, but I guess maybe they changed their mind or something. I don't know. And then, like I said, you go to the main plate right here, and it just says NXT. It doesn't say WWE. It doesn't say Champion. It doesn't say anything. But I guess they're still just trying to figure out what they want to do with it. I do like how they make the leather wrap around the X, the big giant X, on the bottom as well. But on the top, you see, it kind of goes up and around, makes its own little shape. Like I said, this one has a lot more going on to it. And then when we go to the right side, once again, you got the three plates right here, side plates, and you got the buckles going up, all the way down to the end. You got this weird big gold tip right here. It looks like a handle for a grill or something. I don't know what. It's just giant compared to this one. See how that small, gigantic, small, gigantic. And once again, on the same side, you got the texture on the X's and no texture on these X's. Honestly, before I put these out, I always thought that I liked the old school more because I'm not a big fan of change. I thought, oh, this one was cool, and I got it pretty soon after it debuted. I was a big fan of it, and I just had it on my shelf. And this was actually the first time looking them beside each other, and man, it is hard to choose, honestly, which one I like better, because I said I liked this one for so long, and I thought, ooh, this one's gaudy and whatever, but it's still pretty nice, and the plates are stacked, you see. You got different layers to it. That's what, in case you don't know, when you hear them say, oh, the plates are stacked, that just means it's layered. So you got one layer and two layers right here, as opposed to this one, which is just a thin plate. You see how thin that is? Not a big fan of the thin plates. I like the thicker ones, but there's not really much you can do about this because then if you try to add some kind of fake layer, then these screws wouldn't work. Let's see, let's flip it over real quick. Sorry. See all these screws on the back. And if you saw the other review videos, you've seen the backs already, but we're just going to compare them. See, like all these right here, and then this one gets kind of crazy when you get towards the middle. Look at all those screws, just all over the place. And this one's got quite a few as well, but not nearly as much. Actually, when I first got this one of these, we'll just say this one was broke, so I had to send it back, and the second was scratched. And it was just a nightmare. It took me 3 times to get this belt. And if you watch my other video, you also know that it was a bit of a challenge for me to get this belt as well, but she is a beauty, and I do love her. There you go. You got the old school and the new school. I honestly can't decide which one I like better, to be honest with you. This one's a little bit heavier than this one, which I always love a heavier belt. Man, gun to my head, I don't know which one I would pick. But you can, down below in the comment section, let me know which one you think is better, the old school or the new school. I wish there was a way they could bang them together and make one that's like a combination of both. That would be sweet. But unfortunately, they can't do that. That is it. Thank you, everybody, for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video, comment below, and subscribe. And as always, peace.